What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. It is the 28th day of December, and here we are sitting at about $1.86 with roughly 7 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. I'd like to start off this video by talking about the monthly time frame, because it's kind of interesting what we're doing here. We are at the end of the month. We are at the end of the year. Maybe we should look at the yearly time frame too. We have 3 days, 7 months left. Sorry, 3 days, 7 hours left in this month. 3 days, 7 hours left in this year. Closing a bit neutral, down 10%. It's not the friendliest looking yearly candle, but it's not detrimental. For example, we had a pretty bearish candle here, and we ate that up over the next 2 years, right? Looking at the monthly candle, though, I don't know if we're getting a whole lot off the yearly here. Looking at the monthly candle, we are effectively below this whole range. And that's not a good look, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but for example, whenever we were consolidating here and then we closed below that whole range, sure, we moved up a little bit. We back tested prior support for resistance, but that was kind of a signal that there was more to go, right? Whenever you were consolidating here in this range and then you closed higher, sure, we pulled back. We found supported prior resistance, but that was a signal that we had higher to go, right? That was a signal there that we had higher to go. So, and here when we were consolidating, we didn't close below this range, right? Sure, there was a lowest monthly close, but we didn't close really below this range. We stayed in this range, so therefore we continued moving higher. We didn't pull back. We didn't go lower, right? Once you closed here above this range, did we pull back to find support at prior resistance? Yes, but then we pumped higher. We continued to move higher. So the thought here is for XRP, it's not a requirement. It's not an obligation, but it is something that I would like to see happen, and I think any person investing in XRP would like to see happen. You don't have to close above this line at $2.09 in the next 3 days and 7 hours. You don't have to. But if you do, that would look better than it would look worse. You could close below it, but ideally something that's just below it. Again, there will be a lowest monthly close in your range. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, right? Here's your range. Your lowest monthly close was here. You did close below everything else, but that's going to happen, right? You closed here, that was your highest, but you're not breaking out either of these times, right? If you can come back up to where you're not quote-unquote breaking out, you have a lower monthly close, sure, but you're not breaking out, I think that would look better. So we're at $1.86 now. I would like to see, and who cares if I would like to see it, but over the next 3 days, I'd like to see XRP move up about 8%, 12%, or more. Let's see if we can find some implications in the charts that help with that idea. And again, even if we close here, or if we close lower, I'm in this point where I kind of refuse to believe that we're going to go down. Maybe that's dangerous, or maybe that's smart. I don't know. I don't believe that XRP is going to crash from here. I don't believe that you get United States crypto reserve status up here and then you sell off. I mean, that it kind of makes sense that might be peak bull market euphoria, but we didn't really have peak bull market euphoria here. I mean, our euphoria for this bull market at the peak was not even in extreme levels of greed. We didn't really have euphoria, and we've been consolidating here for a year on top of what was a very massive move, right? If we moved down and we consolidated for a year like this, I might be more skeptical, right? But we moved up and we're consolidating for a year. I think that we're going to move to the upside. It'd be really nice to close closer to $2 or above $2, as close as we can over the next 3 days. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom out from there and then we'll wrap this video up, okay? Just wanted to open up with that thought. A good monthly close is what we need. And again, need might not be the right word, but desire at least, right? 1 hour RSI, technically, it is bullish. It is bullish. You were very bearish for a while, but you're shifting you're shifting the momentum to the bullish effect. You do have higher lows here, and you do have some higher highs as well. That's a pretty good, you didn't just reject the overboughts and you got up in there. I like that. I like that reading a lot. Decent movement. Stochastics have reset. You're back to the oversold zone, and the MACD is bullish too. 4 hour time frame stochastics are bullish. The RSI is neutral. Truly, it is neutral. We know it's neutral because you're not getting overbought and you're not getting oversold. We're just, kind of going back and forth between the 50. Stochastics are bullish. The MACD is bearish. So neutral, bullish, and then bearish. Truly neutral on your 4 hour time frame. There are some bullish implications if the MACD can cross above the zero here, right here you found resistance at the 0. Maybe this next attempt you'll cross above it. That would be really nice. That could, and if this being on the 4-hour time frame, this could happen over the next 3 days for sure. A cross above the 0 would likely give us a nice push, and we would be very close to $2, if not above $2 with that. So that's actually, there's some bullish implications there. But because you are below the 0, because you do have lower highs and yet you have higher highs in your histogram, you are bearish on the MACD. Neutral on the RSI, and then bullish on the stochastics. But oftentimes when we're overbought, we're actually at a high point. When we're oversold, we're at a low point. So it's pretty neutral on the 4-hour overall, maybe even slightly bearish if we're looking at it, if we're being honest. Daily time frame here, the daily RSI, this is where things get a little bit more bearish, I suppose. We are coming down. We've got lower highs. We do have a higher low here at the 40 and that, or at the 35, and that's nice. But if we can't break this lower high dynamic, that could be problematic. The stochastics definitely suggests that we'd continue going higher, but the RSI disagrees. A little bit of confliction there in the ideas. And the MACD overall is bearish, but you've kind of faked out. You had a false cross up, a false cross down, and now we're building momentum. That kind of seems, even though you're in this overall bearish environment, this has some bullish implications to it. You do have higher lows in your oscillator, and you have lower lows in your price. There's some bullish divergence there, right? It would be kind of odd. It would be pretty odd for this double bottom to work out in this way. Maybe it is a triple bottom. It'd be pretty odd for it to work out this way. But I have a little bit of hope. I have a little bit of faith. I think Bitcoin might move up as well. We'll see. If I'm right, if I'm being honest with myself, I'm looking at the indicators. I don't know if we will move up over the next 3 days. The 1 hour has some bullish implications, which is nice for the day, for a little bit of price. What 1 hour bullish implications? We're at $1.86. Maybe we move up to $1.90, right? 4 hour is neutral and slightly bearish, if I'm being honest, so that's not good. And then the daily also, for being fair, the only bullish thing about the daily really is the stochastics, and the MACD is implying bullish stuff, but we've been choppy and sideways really, so it's not as reliable. Really, you have higher highs in your histogram here, you have lower highs in your price. That's not bullish, that's hidden bearish divergence. So it's more bearish than bullish. So if we're going off the charts, technically, the call should be that we move lower. I just hope that I'm wrong. I hope that I'm not right. I hope that we do move up higher, because if we move lower over the next 3 days, I mean, this not good look on the monthly time frame only gets worse. And there totally is a scenario, a very possible scenario, where we get this close here or lower and we still recover and move up. We are still, after all, if we look at it on the weekly time frame, we are still in this range that we've been in for a very long time now, for over a year now. And any time that we bought here over the past year, you've been a genius. I still think that that's true. I'm just wondering how this monthly close will impact the price. Is it going to cause capitulation? People panic sell and then we move up? Or is this a warning sign that there's worse things coming? Do we have a double top? Are we coming down? I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that we close closer to this $2.09 level than we do further away from it, but time will tell. If I'm just being honest with the charts, it's not looking good. Hopefully January does not promote further downside. Hopefully this close this low or lower does not promote further selling off. Hopefully January and February are the months that we expect them to be. And more than that, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully over the next 3 days we do pull back closer to this level, and I hope that the haters, the trolls, get to rub that in my face. But I got nothing else for you guys. Skeptical of closing near this line. I think that we will close a little bit lower, but still optimistic even with that. We won't have a pretty looking chart, but I think we'll have a pretty impressive outcome at the end of the day. By the end of February, we should see some impressive results. I wouldn't be surprised at all if by the end of February, XRP was at new all-time highs. But I got nothing else, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.